Hope you all had a restful, peaceful day yesterday, Shabbat. So today we're going to work on core. Sometimes core can be very challenging, and I'll give modifications, but I ask you to please respect your body, listen to your body. Our body does actually talk to us, send us messages. We have sensations that may not feel so good or so right, and I want you to listen to those and come back to the modification. And the core is such an important part of our body. Having a stable, strong core that's also supple helps to provide stability throughout the upper body and the pelvis. Can help with back pain. If you experience back pain, having sometimes strengthening the core really helps. And more importantly, a lot of times what we really hope in yoga is that what we do on the mat translates to our life off the mat. So the core of who we are, our stability, our strength, is something that we really need now, right? We really can use to come back to our core, our stability, our strength, who we are, and use that to help us get us through difficult times. So with that, come onto your backs. We'll start on our back. If you have blocks, take 2 blocks and a strap just to have it nearby in case you want to use it. And come onto your backs and bend your legs. So your feet are about hip distance apart. And place your head. If you notice that your head is leaning back a lot, take something small, it could be a towel or a thin block or something, and just rest it on your head so that your back of your head and the shoulders are all lined up and that you're not extending too much through the back of the head. Take a moment with the shoulders away and notice if you have a space in the low back. So we want to have a slight arch in the low back, a little bit, so the low back should be slightly away from the floor. And if it's not, try to tilt your pelvis to get there. Upper back should be lying on the floor. And take one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. And you can take your feet a little bit wider and let the knees fall in so that your legs are not working. You just want to let them soften here and use minimal effort. So take a few just natural breaths. And I just want you to notice where you feel the breath. Do you feel it in either hand? Do you feel it on the back side of the body? Before you look to change anything, just observe your breath. And then the next few breaths, let's focus the inhale and exhale in the hand that's on your belly. So inhaling, trying to keep the other hand, the one that's on the heart, very silent, very quiet. So take an inhale and push the belly into the hand that's on your belly. Let it rise. On your exhale, let the belly fall down towards the floor. Feel the belly moving away from the hand. On your inhale, let it expand, pushing into the hand. Exhale, letting it recede back down. And just take a few breaths like that, focusing in the belly area. This allows, the more you let the belly rise and expand, the more the diaphragm can move down. And we want that to happen so we can expand the breath. And try to keep the breath just in that hand in the belly area, trying to keep the other hand silent and quiet. And we'll get to that hand in a minute. Take 2 more deep breaths, inhaling in through the nose, letting the belly rise. Exhaling it out through the nose if you can, otherwise make a small opening in the mouth. And then relax that hand, bring attention to the other hand, the one that's on the heart by the chest. And with an inhale, try to let the chest rise without letting the belly move so much. So feel the chest pushing up into the hand on the inhale and letting it fall back down towards the floor on your exhale. And just take a few breaths like that. Your belly may move a little bit, that's fine. You want most of the breath to be in the upper body. As you inhale, you'll feel the chest rise. As you exhale, you may feel this downward pressure into the floor through the back, and that's fine too. Just noticing what you feel and trying to keep the breath in the upper body. Two more breaths. And then the next few breaths, what we're going to do is we're going to combine those two. So as you inhale, you'll start with the belly area, and you're going to try to extend the inhale all the way up to the chest. So it's almost like you're expanding. Your hands are kind of moving away from one another on this breath, this full yoga breath. On your exhale, you're going to let them recede one, starting from the top down as the hands flow back closer towards one another. So it's this motion on the inhale and the exhale a little bit coming together. So try that. Start the inhale, breathing in through the stomach, first the belly, and then taking the breath all the way up to the chest, and then letting the chest fall on the exhale, taking it all the way back down to the belly. And find a rhythm. If that rhythm doesn't work for you, find a rhythm that works for you where you can expand to the whole front side of the body. On your inhale, letting it release and come back to center on your exhale. And take 2 or 3 more breaths, depending on how long each breath is. Expanding through the whole front side. Releasing back to center on the exhale. Take another deep breath in. And back to center. And then let your hands come down to the sides. Take your feet wide and just windshield wiper them back and forth. And then come back to center. All right, we're going to get right into the core here. Take your hands, place them palms down, right underneath the pelvis. Okay, so my thumbs are about the height of they're right underneath my sacrum. Take the shoulders, roll them back. Press the hands down, so activate through the arms, and take your legs up. So this is just helping to tilt our pelvis a little bit, having the hands there. And if your legs here need to be bent, go ahead and bend them. Push out and up into the ceiling with your feet and start to take your legs down a third of the way. All right, you can already start to feel the core working. On your exhale, you're gonna bring your legs back up. Inhale, come down third of the way. Exhale, take it back. And again, inhale, exhale. Continue this height, this distance, if that's good for you. Otherwise, we're gonna go down 2/3. Exhale, bring it back up. And again. So when you bring your legs back up on your exhale, I want you to pull the belly down towards the spine. One more here. And again, if that's a good height for you, stay there. Otherwise, you're going to take your legs all the way down, hover, exhale, bring them back. And again. So this can be pretty tough on the back if you don't listen to your body. So please respect and listen to your body. Trust your sensations that you're feeling. 2 more here. Use your breath. And then bend your legs. And just let your knees hover over the pelvis. And then take your legs out. Your hands are still underneath your pelvis. You're gonna come up 1/3 of the way and take it down. Hover. 1/3 of the way and hover. Exhale, bring your legs up. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Take it up a bit more. You're exhaling as you lift the legs up so you can pull the belly into the spine. All the way up now. Exhaling them up. 3 more. Pull the belly in on the exhale. As you lift the legs up, bend your legs, remove your hands, hug your knees into your chest. Good job. All right, you can just rock side to side here to massage the muscles. All right, next one. You're gonna take your arms out to the sides, okay? Palms are facing down. Hopefully you can see me. I'm doing here with my arms. Okay, so the palms are down. You're pressing all the way from the shoulders down through the hands. Make contact with whatever part you can on the floor and keep a good connection, energized through the arms. All right, now, you're gonna take your legs are bent, and you're gonna start to take them over to the left. All right, now the right shoulder might wanna come up, try to really root that right shoulder down. Just lift the left shoulder a little bit to get a little bit deeper into the twist. You're lifting it and placing it back down. The goal here is to keep the chest facing the ceiling. You're gonna take the legs as far over as you can and hover. And you're gonna press the left knee into the right. And you're gonna hold. So our core is a lot more than just the abdominals in the center, right? Our core includes muscles like the obliques, the back muscles. So we're gonna try to get to all of those muscles. One more breath. Exhale, bring it back. Good. Now take the legs over to the right. All right, take that left shoulder, root it down. Lift the right shoulder, try to get a little bit deeper into the twist in the upper body, and hover the legs right above the floor or wherever you can. You might be here. You're gonna take it as low down as you can, and you're gonna press the right knee into the left. And you're gonna hold, and you're gonna start to feel the core here and the obliques. And you gotta breathe through this. Use your breath to help you through the poses. Try to keep your chest facing up. And then come back to center. All right, we're gonna do one more each side, but this time you have an option. So you'll either take it over, repeat, or you're gonna start to straighten your legs, which is gonna make it a lot more challenging, okay? So first you have the challenge of the length in the back of the legs, but other than that, it's a lot harder on the core. So check in with yourself here where you wanna be, if you wanna keep the legs bent, or if you wanna straighten them. Or maybe you can be somewhere in the middle, okay? So we're gonna take it over to the left. All right, plant both hands, press them down, press the right shoulder down, press the left knee into the right. Taking a breath or two here. And come back to center. And if you try that, you can see that it's much harder than the version with the bent leg. Okay, take it over to the other side. Try to keep that left shoulder planted down. Try to hug or press the right knee into the left. Push out through the feet. Keep the chest looking up. You're going to bring your legs in towards you as much as you can. Another breath here. And exhale, come back to center. Oh, that's tough. All right, hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And then make your way into a tabletop pose. Okay. So shoulders and wrists lined up, knees and hips. Spread your fingers, plant them down, root them down, root the shins down. If your toes are curled, just have the energy moving down towards the floor. If you have contact with the floor, press it down. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. So move through with your breath. If it helps you to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. Just connect to your own breath here as you move through cat and cow. And then come back to center. So we're gonna do a bunch of different planks today. And if you're gonna take the version on the floor with your knees down, come into tabletop, take a step back with your knees. And this can be your plank, okay? So whenever we do plank, and this is your modification, take this plank. It's gonna be plenty of work, trust me, okay? Otherwise, I want you to curl the toes and come into plank. Spread your hands, spread your fingers, press into the mat and spread the shoulder blades on your back so that your upper back is slightly rounded. All right, and then I want you to isometrically pull the hands away from each other. So you're not actually moving them, you're just as if you were, the action of pulling them apart. Good. Pull the belly in and up. And now bring some energy to your legs, to your heels. Reach back with the heels and forward with the crown of the head. Exhale, downward facing dog. So if you have the option with your knees down, you can also take down dog here. So find your down dog. Maybe pedal it out here. And then inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. 3 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, take it hip height, press the foot back, plant the hands and spread them and reach them forward as if you were lengthening the front of the mat. Square the hips and take the right leg down. Inhale, left leg up. Hip height, reach back. Keep pressing the hands down and forward to take the hips back, lengthen the spine. And take the left leg back. Inhale, forward to plank. So I want you to just rock back and forth and plank a little bit. Maybe side to side. Good, and then find your plank. Walk the left foot in slightly, lift the right leg, one-legged plank here. And if your knee is down, just take that one leg back. Lower the right leg, take the left leg up. Lower the left, push back, downward facing dog. And come forward and drop your knees. Whenever you feel the wrists having too much here, we'll do it now, and you can always do it throughout the practice. Take your right hand and face the fingers towards you. All right, and rock back and forth a little bit. And you feel the stretch through the back of the wrist, all the way up, maybe all the way up to the neck. So rock back and forth, find a place where you can hold and just sit there for about 3-4 breaths. And then come forward, release, and take the other side. Left hand, fingers face you, rock back and forth a few times. And then find a place you can hold. So I want it to be, it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it should be bearable wherever you're holding. And then come back, spread your fingers, push back into your downward facing dog. And then step to the top of your mat. If you have your blocks, feel free to take them. Place them at the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. You can bend your legs here. Let the head be heavy. Bring the weight back onto the heels a bit. And then lift up through the sitting bones. And then come forward a little bit, but keeping the weight, some weight on the back of the heels, back of the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine, bring your hands to your heart and come up all the way. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So, for some people, the arm position is not comfortable. You can take your hands out to the sides like this, or you can have them at your heart center. All right, and then take your thighs. You don't have to use the block, but as if you had a block and you were squeezing the block, that's how much I want you to use your thighs here. Another deep breath. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Come back through plank. If you have chaturanga in your practice, you can take it and we'll move to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Bring that right leg forward. Inhale, reach the heart forward. You're going to take your hands to your heart and just lift the belly off the front thigh. Take your hands behind you and roll the shoulders out. Pull the belly in and up. Inhale, come back all the way up. Stretch the arms. Take your hands to your heart. Back foot Jordan, there's some noise in the background. I'm not sure what it is. Take the back foot flat. Take the straight hips here and straighten the front leg. All right? Take your hands behind you. So you're either going to bring your fists together, take your palms together, or if you have a strap, you can always use a strap. Okay? But if you're tighter here in the upper body, this might be good for you. Fists together. Roll the shoulders back. Open the heart and start to come forward. So press the hands together, press the palms together, whatever arm position you took. Square the hips, reach the heart forward. So now we're getting a little bit into the back muscles. Hold the belly in and up. Inhale, come back up, release the hands, take it down, and find your plank. Again, if you want to take chaturanga here, go for it. We will meet in downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale it out. 2 more, inhale. Exhale it out. Allow the body to move a little bit up and down with each breath. So on your inhale, you might notice the body comes up a little bit. On your exhale, let it release down. Inhale, left leg comes up. Bring it forward. Try to put the heel down before the toes. Good. Bring the heart forward, slightly come off of this left thigh, the front thigh, bring your hands to your heart. Hold it here. Take your hands behind you and roll the shoulders out. Back leg is really strong. Inhale, come up all the way, arms reach up. Hands to your heart. Hop the back leg in a little bit, plant it down, square the hips. Bring the hands together, inhale, and then take the hands behind you. Again, whatever arm position you took the first side, roll the shoulders back and come forward. Keep rolling the shoulders back to keep the chest open. Press down through the back heel. Take the left hip back and reach the heart forward. Press down, come up, hands to your heart, come all the way down. Let's come into plank. This time we're going to come all the way onto the floor. So you can take the knees down, hug the upper arms in, start to bend them, come forward all the way. Good. Take a mini cobra. So take the hands by the chest, roll the shoulders back, plant the feet, inhale up. Exhale, take it down. And again, inhale, reach up. Legs are really active here. Take it down. Take your hands behind you and just lift that right leg. Roll the thigh in so that your foot faces down and reach back. And then lower the right leg. Lift the left leg up again, roll the inner thigh in, reach that leg, energize through the left leg. And take it down. Hands come back. You know what, let's come onto our forearms. Clasp your hands. If you prefer forearm plank like this, go for it. If you're going to clasp your hands, take the bottom pinky and just tuck it in so it doesn't hurt. Your elbows should be shoulder width apart, not maybe even a little bit smaller, but not like that, not larger. So take them about shoulder width apart. Curl the toes and And plant. You're planting all the way from the elbow, all the way through the pinky finger side. Start to pull up and come into forearm plank. So you want to hold forearm plank. You want to try to be as parallel to the floor as you can. If you need a reprieve, obviously you got your knees. Okay, you take your knees down. Reach the heart forward, press the forearms down and spread the forearms away from one another. Spread them down to spread the shoulder blades. Push them down to spread the shoulder blades and move them away from one another. And drop your knees, come all the way back. Take your hands onto the front of your mat. And come into child's pose. I think we are in child's pose. Take your hips back onto the heels. Reach the hands forward. And then coming back up, spread your fingers, spread your toes, curl them under, and come into down dog. So gently pull the belly in and up. Lift the heels, take the hips high. Spread the fingers and root them down and forward. And then start to lower the heels away from the toes. Again, inhale, with the hands down and forward, hips come back, energize to the top of the thighs, and start to lower the heels down. Inhale forward. All right, you're gonna take the right knee into the chest for a one-legged plank, but you're rounding through the upper back here as you bring the shoulders over the wrists. Good, and then place the heel down, then the toes. Inhale, come up. So back leg is really strong. Take your hands to your heart. And we're gonna start to move towards a twist, but you're not gonna come into the twist yet, okay? You're just moving in that direction, and you're gonna hold it here. Press the hands towards one another and twist in the upper back. Hold. This is very challenging to talk through, I have to say. You can hear my breathing. Keep that back leg really strong. Keep twisting, hold, and come into your twist. So left arm over right side. Press the hands together, open the chest. And then come back to center, place the left hand down. So you have two choices. You're gonna come into side plank. You can drop the left knee and take the right foot down for side plank. Or you can keep the back leg up, pivot onto the outer edge of the left foot, the pinky side, and come into side plank. You can also take the top leg to give you some support here. Lift the hips. Good. And then find this connection between both fingers, the right and left hand. Find this straight line. Come back to center, push back. Down facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Take the left knee in towards the chest. Come onto those right toes. Hug the knee in. And take the left heel down. And then the toes. Inhale, come up. So now we're going to take the other side. You're going to take your hands together. Really energize through the back leg. And start to move in towards your twist, but you're hovering the arm right above the leg. Another breath here. Press the hands together and then go into your twist and open up. Try to twist into the upper back by using your hands, pressing into one another to help with that. Come back to center, place the right hand down. And again, you have your choices, your options for side plank. Come into your side plank. Feel free to take a leg down. Lift the hips. Reach up through the fingers, the left fingers, and press down through the right hand. Come back to center and push back. Inhale forward, come all the way down. All right, now we'll take full locust. So you're gonna take your hands behind you and roll them out. Okay, palms are facing forward. You wanna roll the shoulders out. You're gonna start to lift the chest and lift the legs. And reach the heart forward. Roll the inner thighs in. And feel the muscles on the back working. And release. And let's push back. Take a child's pose here. And I'll take a drink of water. All right, inhale, come up. Come back to your downward facing dog. Let's walk to the top of our mat. If you have blocks or books, whatever you may have them handy. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, start to bend the legs. Come into Utkatasana, chair posed. Take your hands to your heart, and you're going to start to come towards the floor. So you're going to take it as slow as you can. Use the thigh muscles here, your quads and your hamstrings. Come all the way down into a seated position. If you have a block, grab it. Place it underneath the right sitting bone. If you have books, that's also gonna work. All right. So you're gonna take, I'll start on the other side. Place it underneath your left sitting bone, so you can see me. Take your right foot and bend it behind you. Now, if this is not an option for you, then just leave the foot in front, okay? If it is, try to keep the knee and the foot in the same line, so we don't want to do this. You want to try to keep it straight behind you. And you're going to inhale, lift, and lengthen. Exhale, take a breath. Breathe it out. Inhale, exhale it out. All right, take your hands behind the left thigh and lift the left leg. I want you to start to lean back here. So you're coming back towards the back end of the sitting bones, closer to the sacrum. And start to extend the left leg. All right, if you can reach your foot, you're gonna grab the foot. You can also use a strap. Okay? So if your hamstrings are tight and you can't reach your foot and you have a belt or a strap, you can use this version. And just lean back without falling over. I almost fell. Lift the leg, and then you're gonna bring the chest forward as much as you can. Okay, elbows go out to the sides. Whether you're with a strap or holding. And release. All right, come forward. Take the left leg back. Put the block underneath the right sitting bone. Sit back. Now your left leg is bent behind you. Check that you're aligned properly. And take your hands underneath the right thigh. And lift. And straighten, maybe. Maybe you're gonna keep a bend in your leg if you have tight hamstrings. But you're gonna start to lean back onto the back end of those sitting bones towards the sacrum. And maybe reach for your foot. Straighten here. Maybe take your strap. Press into the hands with your foot. And your hands are pulling back. Maybe you're gonna come a little bit forward as you take the elbows out to the sides. Another breath. And slowly release. And then move the block out of the way. Okay. Plant the hands. Come into tabletop here. Find your neutral spine. Press the hands down. So I'm gonna try to explain what we're doing here. I'm gonna do it in tabletop. It's easier to do it, and then we'll do it in plank. Okay? So when we do cat-cow, we move the whole spine. We arch and around the whole spine. But what we're gonna do now is just basically doing cat-cow in the shoulder blades, in the upper back. So you're gonna let the shoulder blades come together, and then you're gonna push them away, spread them on your back. So you're trying to keep everything from the mid-back down silent. You don't wanna move the pelvis or the mid to lower back. You're trying to keep that as still as possible. And you're just gonna bring the shoulder blades together so your arms stay straight. Push into the mat and spread the shoulder blades. All right, so try it here on tabletop. And if you have a computer, you can probably see how the lower body, the lower torso here, if it's moving or if it's still. And once you have that, you can stay here and continue. We'll do a few of these in plank. So come into full plank. Let the shoulder blades come together. Press and spread them on your back. Pull the belly in and up while you do this to support the core and the front side of the body. 2 more. Good, and push back, downward facing dog. It's quite a bit harder in full plank. Bit intense on the shoulders. Pull the belly in and up. Inhale, lift the leg, bend it, open the hip here. Try to keep rooting down through the hands. Square it off, knee to nose. And then slowly take the heel down and then the toes. Take the left hand onto the floor and reach the right arm up for a twist. All right, try to keep the right hip moving away from you. Maybe take the gaze up. Take the right hand down, plank, and down dog. Inhale, left leg up, bend the leg, reach and open the hip here, push back through that left foot, and keep planting the hands, rooting them down and forward. Pull the belly up here in a twist.
to help protect the low back. Square it off, knee to nose, and then take the heel down and the toes. Keep that right hand planted, lift up for your twist, take the left hip back, keep that right thigh lifting up. And come back to center, plant the hand, push back down dog. All right, we're gonna take a fun plank set of movements here, and you'll stop anywhere along the way. All right, so you're gonna inhale forward. I want you to pivot your feet to the left. All right, so your heels are facing the left side of the mat, and your toes are facing the right side. You're gonna take your right hand and place it on your left shoulder. You're gonna take your right elbow and take it towards the left elbow crease. All right, this is already quite difficult, and you can stop anywhere along the way. You're gonna press down through the right foot and lift the left leg. Breathe. Come back and push back down dog. Hopefully that was clear what we're doing. We're going to do the other side. Inhale forward. Pivot to the right. Take your left hand on your right shoulder. Take your left elbow to the right elbow crease. All right, press down through the left foot and lift the right leg and lift the hips. Lower down, come back, and push back. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Find an arm position. Hold it here. You want to keep a neutral spine here in Utkatasana. So a slight arch in the low back. Upper back is slightly rounded. Your neutral spine. Maybe come a little further down. And we're going to slowly come back to that seated position. Okay. Take your legs out, shake them out. For me, when I do core, I always like to do Navasana, boat pose, even though I actually don't really like boat pose, it's very hard. But it gets to the really deep abdominal muscles. So I like to do it even though I don't like to do it. All right, let's first come into Dandasana. So sit up nice and tall. Feel free to sit on something if you feel the spine rounding. Okay, take your hands to the side, roll the shoulders back, press and lift and lengthen. Take the elbows back. And then push out through the big toe mounds of both feet. So starting to energize the legs in this pose. And then release. So you can take a strap here or a belt, or if you reach your toes, go ahead and reach for the toes. I like to use a strap. So I'm going to take the strap around both of my feet, right on top of my heels. I'm going to hold the strap with my hands. I'm going to lift and lengthen the spine, and then start to come forward. So whatever you're holding, hold without tensing here in the top of the shoulders and the neck, an area that often tends to tense up. And then just come as forward as is comfortable. You might be here. You might be here, you might be further down. Wherever that is, start to really feel the sitting bones rooting down, making contact with the floor. Keep your legs active by pushing through the feet, through the big toe mounds. And then inhale, come up. All right, if you're sitting on something, you can take it out. And you're gonna start to come back onto the back of the sitting bones, somewhere between the back of the sitting bones and the sacrum. All right, we'll start with one leg and you can hold here, okay? But what you don't want is to have this floppy leg. You wanna bring some energy and life to the leg when you do Navasana. And then maybe here you can lift both legs. If not, you're gonna switch, okay? Hold on to the back of the thighs, or thigh, whichever version you're taking. And I want you to lift, open the chest a little bit. So your lower back is actually slightly, very slightly rounded, but you're trying to lift the chest here. Good, push out through the feet. Maybe release your hands. So your legs are at 90-degree angles. Take the hands out in front of you, pull the belly in and up, scoop the belly, and come forward. Release, take a break. Take your right shin in front of your left for Sukhasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come forward, keep rooting the sitting bones, take your hands, come onto your fingertips, and lift. Lift and lengthen. Maybe walk your hands a little bit further. Find where you are with your hips here. My right shin is in front of my left. Place the hands down. Wherever you are, you can press a little bit to get some length, and then maybe come forward. And then inhale. Walk the hands back. And come back to center. Come back, leaning back on that sacrum sitting bone, that place where they meet. And take your legs back up. Again, you always have the option of working one and then the other. I want you to start, if you can, holding on, lift and straighten the legs as much as is available to you. You can also here, if you have a strap, you can use a strap. Okay, which is nice. So again, the lower back is slightly rounded, but you're gonna lift the chest. You're gonna push, if you have a strap or a belt, you're gonna push into it. Or if you're holding on, push into an imaginary wall. And maybe you're gonna start to take your arms out, much harder here to hold the leg straight. And then release. Come back to center, take the left shin in front of the right. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, start to come forward. Keep taking the sitting bones back. Come onto the fingertips first to press and lengthen the spine. Find your place where you can be in your forward fold here, and that may be right here. And that's great. So walk your hands wherever they should be for your forward fold and just release down. And then inhale, come back. Okay, let's do one more version here. Again, roll onto towards the sacrum. You're gonna keep the left foot planted. And you have two options here. You're gonna take your strap and you're gonna lift one leg and hold it here. Or you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna cross them and grab the foot. All right, so low back is slightly rounded, your chest is open and lifted. And maybe you want to take the left leg and straighten it if that's comfortable for you. So push into the hands or the strap, whatever you have. You're going to release the right hand and take the right hand behind you, coming into a twist. Come back to center, take it, cross it over, and lift. And release the left hand and come into an open twist here. So the left hand comes behind you, keep pressing into the right hand. And come back to center. Bend the leg. Take the leg and cross it over the left thigh. You can stay here for this twist, or you can lift your right hips and bend the left leg, bringing the heel towards the sitting bone. All right, you're gonna inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, so you have a few options here. You can grab the right thigh, just wrap your arm around it, or you can take it over. This is more intense, okay? So choose which option works for you. And then take the right hand behind you. And from the lower belly, find this spiral. And see if you can twist from there into the upper back and reach the right side of the chest back. Take your gaze over to the left armpit here. Just look down. Tilt the head down and stretch through the right side of the neck. And then come back to center. Release and undo your legs. Come back onto the back part of the sitting bones and the sacrum. And lift the left leg. Again, either your strap or you're going to grab it with your hands. Okay? I'll do this one with the strap. So if you have the strap, you're going to grab it with one in each hand. Lift, maybe straighten that right leg. Lift the heart, slightly rounding in the low back here. Push into the strap and pull and resist with the strap with your hands. So here you're going to take the strap into your left hand. And if you guys are here, you're going to release the right hand. Take the right hand behind you and come into your twist. Keep pressing that left foot, energizing through the left leg. Open up into your twist. I think we did the opposite direction, but it's okay. We'll do both twists. Come back to center. Switch hands if you're holding onto your foot. And then take the strap into your right hand and take the left hand behind you. So while you're twisting the upper back, think about moving the belly to the right. So the chest is moving to the left, belly moving to the right. I hope you guys can hear me in this direction. And then come back to center. Release. Take the left foot over the right thigh. And you can do your twist here, or you're going to lift the left hip, take the left heel towards the left sitting bone. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, grab or take the arm over the left thigh. Take the left hand behind you on your fingertips and come into your twist. And then take your take your gaze to your right and take a look at the right armpit and just tilt your head down. Take a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. So again, as you're twisting to the left, think about starting from the belly. Your belly's moving to the right and you're coming all the way up through the spine and taking the left side of the chest back for your twist. And then come back to center. And take your legs out in front of you. Have a block handy if you have one. And we're gonna start, you're gonna come onto the sacrum area, right, that where we were in Navasana. And you're gonna start to push your feet, and you're gonna slowly roll the spine down. So when you come down, think about the parts of your back, of your body that are gonna touch the mat. You're gonna start here, and your head is gonna come last. So take your arms in front of you and slowly round the spine as you bring it all the way down, taking it as slow as you can. Good, take your arms behind you and flex your feet, reaching through the heels. So feel like someone is tractioning your whole body by someone taking your hands and pulling you in one direction and taking your feet and pulling you in the other direction, but I want you to do it yourself. So you're gonna reach through the heels and reach through the fingertips, and then relax. Take an inhale, exhale, lengthen, and relax. One more time, inhale, exhale, lengthen. Good, and then relax. Take one leg up and the other. If you have a block, you are going to take supported bridge. So if you don't have a block, maybe you have some books, and if you don't have that handy, you'll just come into bridge, but it won't be supported. So you have 3 different heights. This one is really high. If you're very open, then you can try this height. I like to use the middle height, but use what works for you. If you're very tight, then you might want to take the low height. So you're going to take it and place the block right underneath the sacrum. Okay, roll the shoulders under and take your hands by your sides. Okay, so this is what the high, when you put the block on high, this is what it looks like. So you can see that I'm in a much deeper back bend. So I prefer to take a bit more of a restorative one for now. And here, take your shoulders and move them away from your ears. Tuck them underneath. You can take the palms up or down, whatever's comfortable. And feel free to close your eyes. Feet should be hip distance apart. And just tune into the breath. Letting the belly and the chest rise with each inhale and letting it fall on the exhale. So the breath that we started with here really is a little bit easier to access because we're opening the chest. So with each inhale, feel the belly rise, feel the chest rise. With each exhale, feel them settle back down towards the floor. Take 2 or 3 more deep breaths here. And if you have the block on a high place, I want you to take it at least to the middle, if not to the lower one. And then take your legs out and straighten them. If this is too much, then take it onto the lowest, okay, right here. Otherwise, if the middle one works for you, maybe take a book or 2 out, depending on how high it is. Take your legs out and see how it feels. If it hurts the low back, obviously bend the legs, please. Okay. And then start to bring the chest towards the chin. And then pull the belly in enough to take a little bit of the curve out of the low back. And then bend the left leg, bring the right knee in towards your chest. And lift the left leg up. All right, so now you can stay here, or you're gonna press into the left leg and lift. And keep reaching that right foot up towards the ceiling, using the power of your foot, pushing into the floor and the left quad. And reach the chest up. Good, lower down. And take the right foot down. Hug the left leg in here. Lift the left leg up. Keep pressing. You can stay here and just work right here. Or press the right foot in. Lift the hips. Use the power of this right leg. Press the hands down. And slowly lower it down. And just take both legs up. If you have the block in the middle, just take it onto the lowest part of the lowest level, the lowest height. And we'll sort of end where we started here. Take your legs down a third of the way. Exhale, pull it back up. Again, inhale a third. Exhale, come back up. 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back up. So continue there, or 2/3. Exhale, pull the belly in, come back up. 2/3 of the way, and take it back up on your exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the belly in to bring the legs up. 2 more. Last one. All right. Now we'll take it all the way down. Find where you are. You might still be here. That's fine. You might have your legs bent. Please, again, listen to your body. Take it, hover. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale it down. Exhale it up. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale. Pull the belly in, exhale, bring it up. Last one. And bring it up. Bend your legs, let them hover, let the feet hang. So just move the knees a little bit forward and back. Find a place where it releases the low back. And just take a few breaths here. Deepen your breath here. Then take 1 foot down, lower it. Take the other. Lift the hips, move the block. Hug your knees into your chest. Stretch the low back here. Take your legs to the right, let them fall onto the floor. Open up to the left. Gentle twist here. Find either moving the legs away or towards you. Find just a comfortable place where it releases the whole core that we worked on today. Take a few deep breaths. Come up, bring the left leg, and then the right. Take it over to the left side. Open up. Try to deepen your breath if you're finding you're having shallow or short breath. Try to make it a little bit deeper. And then bring the right leg up and then the left. If you have 2 blocks for Shavasana, you can take the blocks right by the top of the thighs and let the thighs rest on them. It might feel nice on the back, the low back. We did a lot of core work and sometimes the low back, your low back worked hard as well. So this could feel good. This might release. If you have a bolster or a towel, you can roll it under your knees. Take your shoulders, roll them down and under. Find a comfortable position for your arms. So move them away from the body a bit. Make sure you're comfortable for Shavasana. Maybe roll something underneath your neck, a towel if you have, or place something under your head if your neck is an extension here. And then quickly scanning your body from your feet through the legs, especially in the pelvis area and the belly, all the muscles, the side muscles, the obliques and the back muscles. See where you can release and soften. Soften the arms, the fingers, and your face. So you can feel free. It might feel funny, but actually, after you do it a few times, it's nice to kind of scrunch your face or make, movement throughout the facial muscles, and then just letting it relax. And letting the jaw soften. And we'll take a few minutes here in Shavasana. So slowly start to bring your awareness back to your space, the room that you're in, to the sounds around you, whether they're further away or close by. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And start to move fingers and toes. Slowly bending one leg and then the other. So if it feels good here, you can just rock a little bit side to side. And then bring one leg in towards your chest and then the other, holding onto them with your hands. Then take the right arm up and over your head. Roll onto the right side and rest on the right arm. Using your left hand, slowly push yourself up to a seated position, a comfortable seated position. You can keep your eyes closed or maybe keeping a soft gaze, so looking down. On your next inhale, reach the arms up, bring the palms together. Exhale into your heart. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. I hope you have an awesome day.